We are live in the lab, episode 63, Elvis Escobar, Fort Sama, bringing you another live episode on Monday night, day after the Super Bowl. I think moving forward, we're going to try to get recordings done on Sunday evenings, just because it's conducive to our schedule. It also makes sense. There's nothing going on Sunday nights anymore, so it's something that, after your weekend, you can hang out with us, and then it gives you a full week to digest this hour-plus long episode. Fort Sama, what's going on? How's your week? How was your Super Bowl weekend, UFC weekend, traveling back and forth, all that good stuff?
I'm back in Georgia, hopefully for a while now, because, man, for a little bit, I knew I was working a lot of hours, and I knew I was putting a lot more strain on my body than I usually do when I work when I'm here in Georgia, but I wasn't really feeling it, because it was just it was constant. Mm-hmm. And when I would come back, it was for like a day and a half, nothing extended. But I got back, and Saturday night I was watching the UFC fights, and I started getting like a stuffy nose and shit, and I got bad allergies, so I thought that's just what it was, mm-hmm. and like the change of weather and shit like that. So I took some Benadryl, was staying hydrated. But, bro, I woke up fucking Sunday morning, and I was bad. I was down bad, bro. The whole day at the gym, at work, I was just hurting. Mucus just coming down my fucking nose, bro. It was the worst, man. And, good thing I was wearing a hoodie because, I would, sneeze into the hoodie, or I would just go and grab fucking water or grab fucking tissues and just blow my nose constantly because it was not good, man. I took some Dayquil, I took some vitamin C, and right back to work, bro, but I'm kind of feeling a little bit better now. I could definitely use some sun and a little sauna session.
For real.
But, I mean, I'm all right, bro. Gotta keep it going. Gotta stay consistent because no one's gonna do it for you.
Yeah, you've been running a mile a minute for real with the whether it's
facts.
traveling via driving or flying, and then obviously working 5, 6, sometimes 7 days a week almost, right?
Dude, my last
You better chill out.
I just finished the pay period, and for 2 weeks, this was just one job, 139 hours in 2 weeks. That's just one job. Granted, my second job is only part-time on the weekends, but mm-hmm. still working those 2 days and not having a day off. And I haven't had a day off really in over a month that I could just take to myself and chill. But
for real,
I could probably do this for another month, keep this pace up for another month before I got to just be all right, I need some PTO, dog.
And doing it in your 30s, it's funny because I did that type of work schedule or similar to in my 20s, and I did it for years. But in your 20s, you're able to do it. You're just young. You have the energy. You're a lot of naive. And I think back at those times when I was in my mid 20s and working 6 days a week, 10 plus hours a day for 5 years. I don't know how I did it. I look back and I get nauseated just thinking about it, but. It's the difference between 20s and 30s, that's for sure.
Yeah, early 20s when I was working retail and working at Verizon, I was making good money, but at the same time, I was working 28 to 30 shifts a month. And, I mean, you get burned out pretty quick, even if it's just retail or work where you're not moving your body or anything like that. Your mental needs a break too, bro. You can only do so much customer service and so much listening to people's problems and trying to help them with everything they need. That was taxing on my brain, and some people don't understand that because they're oh, all you do is just sit at a desk and sell phones. Nah, bro. Nah, that's not what it is. So I'll be back, bro. I'm good. I'm built different.
All right. So as we get rolling, as people join the live stream on YouTube, Twitter, definitely subscribe to us, like the video as you see, and then also comment and interact with us during the episode, after the episode, share it with people, whatever. Episode 63. Before we get into, obviously, the Super Bowl weekend matchup, great game, the trade deadline, NBA stuff, wildness. As you can tell on YouTube, I'm rocking the number 7. I'm rocking the number 7 jersey. I did it last week. Might as well do it again. RIP to an era that really never was. I even had to retire the fat, I even had to retire the fatheads.
What are you gonna do with those?
I don't know. I had to retire the fatheads. Yeah, a lot of things are going into the archives. Bro. We'll get into it later. You know, I'll use this platform to complain about what I got going on. But recording this on the eve of Valentine's Day. East Coast Fort, Midwest Fort. You know, you have time for, a loved one or a special somebody on Valentine's Day tomorrow.
Don't get me caught up, bro. What are you,
I like putting you on.
What are you trying to do here? You trying
I like
to
putting
make
you
me,
on.
man? You trying to
of course, this is what we do.
Catch me slipping and shit.
Okay.
I mean,
see if you still got it.
I got it, bro, but it's just Valentine's Day is a fugazi. It's a facade, bro. It's if you gotta wait for 1 year, to show your significant other how much you care about them, how much you love them. I think Valentine's Day is more so for like starting a relationship.
Could be. It could be used as a weapon, a smart weapon.
Absolutely. Like, as a guy, like Valentine's Day is that kind of day where you want to try and make it official with someone that you've been, trying out and testing the waters with. A lot of people propose. Get ready for all the engagement pictures on
That's
Instagram.
some dumb shit. If you're proposing on Valentine's Day, you're corny. That's like having a wedding in Hawaii.
People do it, bro. People do it. So get ready for all the pictures on social media.
The divorce rate's 55%.
It's half and half, bro. That's what I'm saying.
More half on the negative side,
Right. Get that prenup. But no, I mean it's a good day all in all. Like, you gotta show people how much you love them, and don't forget to get something for your mom. Moms are special. Valentine's Day too, but no, I don't. Bro, I sometimes listen to people talk to me about their relation problems and shit like that, and like, I want a girlfriend. Don't get me wrong. I want a girl. I want to settle down and do whatever. But I sometimes listen to people and they tell me about their relationship and everything they go through. And I'm like, damn, I'm kind of glad I'm single right now, because I'm just too busy for all that other shit, bro.
Yeah, I've learned to embrace all the negative stuff, because that's what relationships are. The real ones, the long term ones, they're a lot of bullshit. But what's fucking perfect? Nothing. So you got to go through that, the craziness and the wildness, because we all as a human, focus on the negative. There's some positives and everything, a lot more than the negatives, but we dwell on that stuff, and hopefully find the right one. Hopefully, you're not all lonely.
My Valentine is standing right behind me. She put on a show last night. I'm so proud of her.
Look at them eyes. Look at that forehead. I like that.
Hey, look, the bigger. Hey, this is a fact. I'm gonna tell you right now.
Hit 'em.
The bigger the forehead, the more loyal she is.
Oh shit.
Hey, it's
I gotta do
scientific
math on that.
fact.
Yeah, I gotta do math.
Fact. The more forehead acreage she has.
Acreage. Acreage, I like that.
The more loyal she is. So.
But I will say, all these holidays, you got Easter that plays along coming up soon. That plays along with the religion factor, but it's also to sell candy. You got Valentine's Day sells flowers and candy. You got Christmas that's blown up so much. All these are corporate made things. So at the end of the day, if you don't celebrate it, that's fine. You don't have to be that person. I respect it. They're things to get you out of the house, spending money that you shouldn't be doing. Just cause, and we're all a sucker too. We all buy flowers, buy chocolate, do whatever. I get it, but you don't have to do it if you don't want to. You could do a lot subtle. You could, Keep
Yeah,
it
I
simple.
feel like
Don't be afraid to
it's-
keep it simple during times like this where, you know,
Inflation's at an all-time high.
eating
But
a
no,
nice meal at home is
That's what I
better
was just about
sometimes
to
than
say.
going out.
Like, you could do something like a nice meal at home, like spend time with your significant other. Like
Spend
cook
time, not money.
together.
I like that.
Yeah, cook together. Maybe like have like a picnic type of thing. You don't
There you
always
go.
have to go out and spend kind of money. Like, do
Advice
something
from Enter the
thoughtful.
Lab.
Something thoughtful.
Thoughtful,
Something that
not
comes-
thoughtful.
Something that comes from the
Or thoughtful.
heart. You know, something that will make them feel like, damn, this person really knows me. And they
Damn.
really pay attention to what I'm saying. Not just,
I'm-
oh, you go out, spend money. Anyone can do that. I'm broke, but I can go out, spend money,
Yeah.
and buy flowers and chocolate. Like,
I
I
was
can
just
buy
gonna say-
2 dozen roses.
Not anybody
No.
could do it. If you have the
No,
means,
but-
then you can.
But, like, what I'm saying is, like, that's, like, the most, like, basic and just cliche shit. Like, flowers and roses. Like, anyone can do that. But when you go out of your way and do something that they weren't expecting or whatnot, that's when it's for real, you know? That's when it's for real.
Yeah, don't be these two.
Which one's worse?
I don't know, Doug. This one was the cuck in the relationship.
Oh,
He just sat there allowing another person just to ruin every opportunity he had to do a win. This person is a crazy motherfucker that takes no responsibility, no matter what they do. Narcissistic, borderline sociopath. So I don't know what's worse, the cuck or the psychopath, sociopath.
Damn.
I'm still deciding, but
Gaslighting, motherfucker.
yeah, gaslighting, right? Like, we'll get into it later. But yeah, episode 63. Let's get the topics flowing. We're on the dawn of the NFL season, or the dusk. I don't know. Dawn, right? Dawn? Down? Yeah, dawn of the NFL season. We won't have it for another 212, 211 days. We got
it
the
really that
XFL
long?
coming up.
Fuck.
XFL coming up. We got the USALF. What is that? Yeah. That was a lot of commercials. That had a
saw
few
that.
commercials
I saw that. They did
on the
their thing.
broadcast.
Also, did you know that it was for 30? Guess how much it was for 30 seconds for a commercial ad during the Super Bowl?
I think it what was it, $7 million?
Yeah, $7 million.
Yeah.
You read it. You read
Then
the
I seen
article.
then I seen that. Yeah.
You
I didn't
fucker.
just come out of that. Yeah.
No
$7
fun.
million. I mean, it going up. Remember, I remember when I was, 10,
Oh, it's
15,
been
20
going
years
up.
ago, the fact that it was $1 million for 30 seconds, I
Yeah.
remember that was like the hottest thing. Like, what? $1 million for a commercial? Now
it was
it's
6.5 last year.
Yeah.
Now it's, yeah. it went
I
up.
mean, it makes sense. The reach
course.
is unbelievable. You know what I mean?
yeah,
So it only
I think
makes
it
sense.
was
it goes up.
113 million people viewed it. So yeah, they even showed like all over the world where they were watching it too. So
I do want to get into what commercials stood out, and hopefully as people join the stream, we'll get people to see what their favorite commercials were. But real quick, I don't want to spend. I like. There's so much going on with the Super Bowl off the field or during the broadcast that I like to focus on. Extracurriculars more than the on field. But quick takes from Super Bowl, quality game. A lot of people want to say the ending, the pass interference ruined it. In my opinion, it didn't ruin it for me. It was just a part of the game. In close games, there's always going to be a call. Let's be honest. Come on. In a close game, there's always going to be a call, whether it's a fumble, whether it's a referee call, or a decision down the stretch that is going to, quote-unquote, change the flow of the game. I don't think it ruined it. It didn't ruin it for me. I thought the Chiefs were going to either attempt a field goal or go for it or whatever they were going to do to win the game anyway. Real quick, what did you think about the game? Obviously, two powerhouse on offense coming in.
yeah, I'm just glad it was a good game. I'm glad it was a back and forth, I guess you could say high scoring game. I mean, I don't know what's considered a high scoring game anymore in the NFL with some of these games being like 40 something to 30 something. So it was quality. There was only one turnover, which was a pretty costly turnover for the Eagles. But
Well, there's two. It got called back, right?
It got called back,
By the way, I don't agree with that. I understand
I thought
the
it
rule.
was a fumble.
I understand the rule.
He
You
had
got to make
possession of
a
the ball.
dude. what I understand is you catch the ball. I understand of making the football move or whatever, or making a step. But when you have the ball, if he was to get tackled right then and there and go down to the ground, they'd call it a catch. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's just like he had the ball possession, he looked up, then he got hit. That needs to be reviewed as a thing where it's like, I understand making a move or doing a step or two, but he had possession of the ball just like it would have been a touchdown. I don't. There's so many gray areas in football regarding that. But go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like that should have been a turnover, but I'm just glad that as far as officiating goes, it was a pretty well officiated game.
Overall, I thought so too.
Overall, I thought so too. I didn't think that there was any like calls that I could have been like, oh, that's blatant or that's pretty obvious. Like everything was well done.
They have a lot of referees on the sidelines.
They have a lot
like,
of cameras. They have a lot of cameras.
Like so, they try to make it bulletproof in that regard, which is always funny because it's like I understand the take of getting the calls right and doubling up and tripling up on referees and cameras, but it's like, why do you treat this game more important than the NFC AFC championship game or the game before that? They all should be created equal, in the grand scheme of things, but it's just funny how the Super Bowl happens and it's like, let's triple up on referees, let's double up on cameras and angles and all that. And I get it, but it's just funny where it's like, let's make sure we don't fuck up on the greatest scale or the greatest,
Yeah, there's really no excuses.
Media coverage.
There's really no excuses for it. You got to make sure it's right. So I'm glad that was the case, but I wasn't rooting for anyone in particular. The only bet I placed was a Travis Kelce and Jalen Hurts anytime touchdown parlay, and that hit on the first two drives of the game. So after that, I just laid back and I was like, stress free, perfect. Doesn't get any better than this.
That's awesome.
Yeah, it was like plus 271. Good cash out. So, I mean, I can't be upset about it. Like I said, it wasn't a blowout. It wasn't anything. I mean, I think the largest lead was 10. So, and that's what you expect when you have the 2 1 seeds and the 2 best teams in the game throughout the whole season. So,
yeah. Eagles were up 10.
I'm not going to say it was one of the better Super Bowls I've seen, but it was a good game.
Yeah, entertaining. It had a little bit of everything. It had some big plays. It had some defensive plays. The field was controversial with that. I understand.
Terrible investment, by the way.
Yeah, they how do you 800 grand. 800 grand they invested
in 18 months. 18 months to do that, and you still don't get it right. That was a big thing. Players were slipping and shit on the paint,
which is a better situation because it's funny. It's always funny to me. We've talked about this, how the turf, AstroTurf versus real grass, that was real grass, and you get less injuries, or you tend to get less injuries on real grass because it has more give. Nobody got hurt. You know what I mean? Nobody as bad. That's how I have to look at it. As bad as the field was, nobody got hurt. That's important because you don't want a long-term injury to happen on the last game of the season. But that's something that, yes, the field conditions weren't great, but also it had some give where instead of your foot being planted and turning and twisting your knee, it gave out or your leg or you just went down. So that was another controversial point, which both teams, guess what? Both teams are playing on the same field. So doesn't matter. Let's get into the fun stuff. Obviously Patrick Mahomes wins MVP. We're watching a dynasty. They wanted to call it a dynasty after the first Super Bowl win, but because they knew where it was going to head. Now they got 2. So, looking back,
I still wouldn't say it's a dynasty.
A dynasty. Yeah, I mean, two titles in what, 3 years, 4 years? That's on its way. Knowing that your quarterback's what? How old? 26, 20. I got it. 27. Yeah, that's a dynasty. It's about to be. It's right there.
It's getting there. Yeah.
He's made. I think the stat was he's made the play. He's had a career. So his first year he only played 1 game, but other than that, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's made it to 5 AFC championships. So
yeah, he's 5 for 5.
that's a dynasty, brother. Like, I'm sorry, but like making it or getting an opportunity. Like, people only think like, oh, you need to have 3 titles to be a dynasty. But it's yes and no to that, where it's like, are you relevant every single year? And they're very relevant since this man has taken over. So that is a dynasty. Dinwiddie for 3. Yeah. Bang.
And it's so funny how, like, Travis Kelce was talking about, like, oh, no one thought we were going to get
that was kind of weird for him to say that, but
yeah, I was just like, bro, like, you guys still
they didn't doubt
like,
you. You're not the New York Football Giants. You're not the Miami Dolphins. Like, chill, relax.
Just because you lost Tyreek Hill,
you still had every single other player on the team.
You still brought back, like, you still brought in Juju. You brought in MVS, Marquez Valdez-Scantling.
I'll give it to him where it was a little doubtful. A lot of people like questioned, but it wasn't like they were going to be a lottery pick.
Come out of nowhere.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, there's very few times where I'm going to say something like that about Travis Kelce, but come on, dog. I get your hype and I get you excited, but relax. You know, you got Mahomes. That dude's different, bro. Mahomes is different.
Let's go into Rihanna halftime show. A lot of feedback, obviously, immediately when she performed. You know, there was the baby sighting, which I pointed out right away. I was supposed to go out to a party to watch the game, but we had some fun on Saturday night. Too much fun that we woke up smoked as fuck. So me and Bree stayed in for the game, which is fine. I think we watched every game. You know, we don't usually go out for the game, so we stayed in this time. But, you know, showed the baby bump early on. A$AP Rocky, shout out him, getting the work in.
Yeah, A$AP Rocky has done 3 things right. Cuffed Rihanna, got her pregnant again.
I like that. Yeah, so what did you think? A lot of criticism about the halftime show was that she didn't bring out guests, she didn't wardrobe change, but I think the other things that she did do well, like the hits she has, the dancers, I thought was a big thing. So a lot of people focus on the negatives, but hey, if she was pregnant, how much do you want her to do? Like, come on, let's be honest. Right. You know what I mean? Let's consider the facts. I liked it. Before I went to social media, I said I liked it. I went to social media and I seen the complaints. I was like, oh, these are just people complaining just to complain. Like,
just trying to find something to say.
LeBron James out here, like, what did I send you?
Man, what was the tweet? This dude just wants to be involved.
He'd be saying everything.
Like, dog, just step back for once in your life.
What'd he say?
Everything doesn't have to be about you, my guy. Like,
I know, he loves it.
It's getting kind of old. It has nothing to do with you.
I think I lost it.
No.
Anyway, what did you think about it overall?
I enjoyed it. I had a great time. I
had a great time
watching it.
You sent me that video. I know you had a good time.
That shit was funny. I had Mike laughing, bro, when I did that. He's like, dog, what is wrong with you? But yeah, the fact that she came out, like Bree just said, the fact that she came out on that platform up in the air, she was pretty high up there, and just breaking it down and dancing and doing all that shit, that was impressive. I loved it. I was here for it. Like, it was a Rihanna concert and people were playing football in the middle of it. That's how I looked at it.
Yeah, exactly.
That was good. But I will say, when she did All the Lights, I knew Kanye wasn't going to come out. There was
but it's kind of dope to think about.
Yeah, I was thinking that shit. I was like, yo, Kanye need to come out. And then
that was the song that like moved the performance to another level. Yeah. All of the Lights moved it because she did All the Lights. She did back-to-back Kanye songs, and then she did the Kanye Jay-Z. Like, she did 3 songs in a row where.
And I was expecting Hove to come out, bro. I was like, yo,
Blue Ivy.
Yeah, the only thing that needed to happen for that to fucking just go off even more was for Hove to come out. And I'm like singing his verse. I'm like, yo, please, like, come out. Like, this needs to happen right now. But she did her thing, bro. You know, it was only announced that it was her, and she stepped up. She stepped up, as she always does. I mean, you think Rihanna's gonna get on there and flop? Fuck no.
Nope. Not never.
Fuck no.
Not once.
Fuck no. That was the greatest halftime performance ever.
Ooh. Last year was pretty dope. I like the Kendrick, Dr. Dre, Eminem, etc. People, 50 Cent, all that. I love that because it everybody could relate to it. It had the West Coast vibes. They were in LA. If you guys think differently, please feel free to comment below. Which things that stand out to me: Justin Timberlake and Janet Jackson.
Yeah. That was a good one.
The GOAT performance. We see nipples. I was like 12 years old, seeing nipples.
Yeah.
That's hot. I like that.
That was a good one.
Prince was dope. Prince was cool. Like that vibe was good.
Cool. That was.
I think Drake's got to do it next year, bro. I think he's due. I told Bree. I was like,
the next
Drake
one's in
is
Vegas. We gotta go.
Ooh, so wait, nah, I'm not going to Vegas.
No, we gotta go, bro. This too.
Yeah, if we get a sponsor to put us out there, it's too
great of an opportunity to pass up. No, I'm saying just go to Vegas. Obviously, we not go to the game, but go to
I'm
Vegas.
too cheap for Vegas, bro.
Be there. Come
too cheap.
on, dog, bro. Bree can stay at home and watch the cats. Like, it's okay.
And you're cheap too. You shouldn't be going to Vegas either. You're making bad
Yeah,
decisions.
but we got a whole year. We got a whole year, bro. Gotta make it.
All right, what does that mean? I have to save up?
No, you don't have to save up. You're rich, but just
there you go, throwing that R word around.
Plan accordingly. We got enough time. We got enough time.
All right, maybe let's get this podcast off the ground, and then maybe we only have to pay for half of the costs.
There you go. Perfect. Look at her. She said she'll fund the trip.
No.
Perfect.
Cap James. Nope. Anyway, another performance that really stole the show that I re-watched and listened to was the national anthem.
Oh, Chris Stapleton?
Yeah, man. I know a couple of his songs and that country vibe and that, man, that was soulful. When you talk about a national anthem, just a vibe, because there's two ways you could go about singing the national anthem. There's that loud and overkill and overly
dragging it out.
You could oversing the national anthem, which sounds
great.
Great.
Yourself more important than the actual.
There you go. There you perfectly said. Chris Stapleton, man, chills for me. Chills. Like,
and for
that
a lot
shit
of
was,
people there.
Bro. Yes, it was slow. It felt genuine. It had a great vibe, and his voice is so soulful. And a lot of people were putting it up against Whitney Houston's national anthem. Obviously, way different vibe. You know what I mean? They're two different situations of how it went about. But people were putting it up there with some of the top national anthems of all time, and I feel like listening to it now, but we might get copywritten, so we can't do that. But that started off right with the head coach of the Eagles crying. I knew that was going to come. I think they said it beforehand. It was like premeditated.
That was definitely going to
He's Fugazi. Fuck him.
He's kind of like LeBron in a way. Like, he likes to make things about himself. It's like, bro, relax, man. Like, just coach.
Take it easy.
Coach the game. You got a lot of opportunities to showcase your talents and showcase who you really are, rather than like screaming at fans when you beat the 1-8 Indianapolis Colts. Come on, man, do better. He's a great coach.
Great coach. Got a great team though.
That's what it was for me. Like, someone asked me, like, they were like, "Oh, who do you have winning the game?" And I said, this is how I look at it. I think the Chiefs are going to win, but I think the Eagles have a better team. Experience plays a big factor. The Chiefs have been there. Andy Reid's been there. Pat Mahomes been there. That team has been there before. Their leaders have been there before. And I think sometimes, especially in big games and Super Bowls and like championship games, that experience factor sometimes means more than talent. In my opinion, and you saw it yesterday. You saw it last night. That experience means a lot, and it goes a long way. And Mahomes did what he was expected to do on a foot and a half, because I know that ankle was hurting.
Yeah, there's no way that was even close to 85-90%.
I know that ankle was hurting. that high ankle sprain. I've had a few in my life, and those things are no joke. So.
All right, well, that's a full recap of extracurriculars on, off the field, but Super Bowl commercials. I know the big commercial that got a little controversy or jokes was the what is it, the Tubi?
The 2B1, bro, yes. Yes.
It's funny because like I watched that and I go, everybody who watches their own TV, they should know what their TV looks like when you press a certain button.
Right.
Not gonna lie. When I was watching the commercial, I know my TV. I seen it. I grabbed my remote at least to just be like, "Is this me? Let me just check." And I checked and I hit the home button just to like double check on that. Bree didn't see that commercial because she was passed out. She was sleeping during that commercial. I remember that vividly. But I do remember if you're at somebody else's house, I completely agree with freaking out because it's like, what the fuck? What's going on? They did a great job, and I love that because we're talking about it. That's what commercials are meant for. It wasn't controversial in a way where it like disrespected anything. So it was if you're gonna pay $7 million for a 30-second ad or a 15-second ad, you need reaction.
That's how you do it.
That did it.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I definitely like looked around and I was like, wait, am I laying on the remote? Did I like push something? I looked over at Mike. I was like, I didn't say anything because then I'm like, wait, his TV don't look like that.
Exactly.
So
it took you a second though.
I'm good. I definitely like moved around and looked to make sure I wasn't laying on it, but he was on his phone, so I don't think he even noticed. But it's definitely stirred some stuff up. A lot of people were talking about it on social media. Everyone's like, like you said, people, if you were watching it at someone's house, you probably were like, yo, what the fuck, bro? Chill. What are you doing? Type 100%. Shit like that. So,
like Bree said, the Jesus commercials were a little crazy.
Jesus
like,
commercials.
They were showing. It'd be at the end. It would be like Jesus understands, walk with him, and all that stuff. They'd be showing like random things, like kids interacting with each other, and at the end it would be like Jesus would want us, our kids, not to act like adults. It was just kind of like, who's paying for this? There was 2 or 3. Yeah, you probably walked away because it's either you paid attention and realized it. Yeah, we noticed it in our house. Jesus dished out a lot for those Super Bowl ads.
All that tithes and offerings.
Jesus making a lot of money for, he had at least 2 or 3 commercials. That's 21 mil. Damn.
Bro,
what y'all doing? Y'all giving Jesus that much money?
He's supposed to be sharing with people, bro. What's going on?
And shout out Hamlin for rocking the anti-Jesus jacket.
Brother.
Everybody praying for Hamlin. Meanwhile, my man rolled up in a go fuck you, Jesus. I love that. It's the first time I ever supported Damar Hamlin, by the way.
He was sitting with someone. Who was he sitting with?
I don't know, commissioner. That was the Fox. I think that was
at the game. He was sitting with 2 people.
The owner of Fox, I think, or something. I think it might have been. Man. Or maybe I'm thinking of something else.
I'm so tired of this guy, man. Like
I'm tired of him too.
He didn't do much. Like
there's athletes that survived cancer that didn't even get this much recognition.
Right. Talk about
my man got a bad heart. All of a sudden he's an icon. Fuck out of here.
Right.
Have a better heart.
Gets his number on the patch. Gives his number on the patch and on the field. And I get it. Like it was a scary moment.
I get it too.
It's a scary sport. But
that's cool.
They overdid it. And they milked it.
He's not better than George Floyd.
Right. They made a lot of money off of it, and
that's controversial.
What?
He's not better than George Floyd.
I don't know, bro. I don't think that's a good topic to get into right
Don't worry, we won't. We're not gonna clip this part, so nobody will know about it.
Shit.
I'm just saying. Shout out. Yep. Let's see. I like to get some of the people going. We need a little bit more hate on this podcast. We need a little bit more people.
Hey, look. Hate drives the views up. Hate definitely drives the views up. He misses KD. He's going to tell you he doesn't, but he definitely does. He's been talking himself into the trade since it happened.
Yeah,
Hey,
Mikal
look,
Bridges. Hey, we out here. We're
Yeah,
playing the Knicks
Mikal
right now. We
Bridges,
up 3.
Cam Johnson. You know, Mikal Bridges is gonna be future All Star, future superstar. Come on,
Oh,
bro.
I think he can be. I think he
Okay.
can be. You don't know basketball if you don't think so.
Well, he's been in the league for what, 4 or 5 years?
Yeah, he's 26 years old.
Okay, you got to make a stamp by then.
What are you talking about? Brunson just went on the Knicks and is probably an All-Star now. You don't have to be elected to an All-Star.
Well, he was also
to be
playing behind. He was also playing behind Luka.
Okay, and
He wasn't a starter.
Don't make and okay. He was a starter eventually, but
Later on,
Mikal Bridges had 3 other options before him. You don't know what he's going to be. I'm not talking myself into it.
I watched him at Villanova.
I know, I did too. He beat
right,
my UNC Tar Heels. I know about him. I
Point,
know about
at this
Josh
point,
Hart.
You know what he is. He's a great role player.
No, that's not
He's
true.
a
We'll know
great
who he
role
is
player.
2 years on the Nets.
Great defender.
Oh,
great
tremendous.
defender.
He was number 2 in Defensive Player of the Year.
Consistent.
Voted.
He's consistent. He doesn't get hurt. But
He hasn't missed a game since high school. He's got the perfect attendance like I did.
Yeah, that's probably why you like him so much. But
Hey, nerd alert.
he's not.
We'll see. We'll see.
Look, I know what it's like to lose.
Right now, he's only got 5 points at halftime, but hey, let's see him pick it up.
Exhibit A. I know what it's like to lose a player of that caliber. I've
It's
been
okay.
there. So I know
got
how you're
Ben.
feeling right now.
We got Ben Simmons. This is
I know what
this
you're
is a
going
good
through.
trade for Ben. He could come off the bench. He's got 2 years to make himself look decent. So like we're
The
on
player
the
you guys should have traded, you kept.
yeah, but no, he doesn't have value. We have to make him have value. So if next year he has a good season, then he has value,
Bro, I woke up to that. I was like,
trade value.
I woke up and I'm sitting on the toilet, and I go on Twitter and I see a picture of KD, CP3, and Booker, and it says the Valley. And I'm like, what the fuck is this? I'm like, yo, this is some old shit from like when he requested a trade earlier on. And I searched Kevin Durant, and I just scroll, and I'm like, no fucking way this happened. That was like when Paul George got traded to the Thunder type shit, but just at a higher level. Like, no one was expecting that shit. I just don't understand why you sent him to where he wanted to go. You didn't do it for Kyrie, but you do it for Durant.
I think the okay. So to answer that question before I go into my Kevin Durant story at 4 a.m. was I think I don't think I know because sources told
You
me
were part of the like you were in the war room when the trade
chats.
went down.
Yeah, good point.
I
Thank
know,
you. Yes,
I
I
know.
was.
You were there.
No, I think KD earned the respect from the Nets to do his wishes. I think KD said, "Hey, I want to trade." After everything went south, it was like, "I request a trade. I'm not going to do it publicly to create this like bidding war. I'm not going to. I don't want any of the sources to come out that I want to trade. Let's get this done over the next day or so." And they did that, and they respected him, and they closed out. They gave him the respect back, whether it went his way or their way. They gave him the respect back to honor his wishes, whether it was to that team. I think they got a good deal. Good deal considering.
No, y'all did.
We got a good deal considering. When a
first round picks.
when a guy asks off a team or requests a trade, you're automatically just like that not going to get the value you would if you shop them around.
Especially if it goes public. So that's
exactly.
That's
So
why you got a
he
better
did
deal.
them a favor. That's how they looked at it. He did them a favor. I'm not going to request a trade. Shop me now. I'm not going to come out to look desperate. We're going to try to get it done with the Phoenix Suns. Phoenix Suns, we got 4 first-round picks. We got 2 guys that will be on this team for the next 3 to 4 years. Cam Johnson is not an all-star. He's a great starter in this league, 6'8". Love him. He could play. He could guard 1 through 5. Same thing with Mikal Bridges, 1 through 5. He's a borderline all-star. Yeah, you didn't get a superstar back, but it was what it is. But then we got 4 first-round picks that after this year we could ship that off for another all-star maybe. So we got some options, and that's all you want. Sean Marks does a great job
And
when
y'all
he
got
doesn't
some
have a
pieces back
superstar.
from Kyrie too. So
Yeah, and we got some pieces there. Dinwiddie is a great leader. He's somebody that is definitely needed for this type of team because he's been here before. He could show everybody the ropes. And then I love Dorian Finney-Smith on both sides of the court. So, hey,
y'all
it
got
is
a
what
lot
it
of
is.
players like Bridges, Cam Johnson, Dorian Finney-Smith, and even Dinwiddie. Like, that's 4 players that on any given night can give you 30. And
Yeah,
hit like 5, 6
Dinwiddie's got
threes out
20
of
at
nowhere.
halftime right now.
That's what
Dinwiddie's
I'm
got
saying.
20
Like,
at half.
they're all shooters. They're all pretty good
Yeah.
shooters, but it still doesn't amount to KD and Kyrie.
No, it doesn't. I said it. My favorite team before. I mean, even I say this even with the hindsight. My favorite Nets team of all time, outside of my first time watching them with like Kenny Martin, Richard Jefferson, Jason Kidd, was that 2019 team of D'Lo, LeVert, Jared Allen, Joe Harris, Dinwiddie, all that. We're better than that team. Not only are we better than that team that right before KD and Kyrie, we actually have assets. That team didn't have any draft picks. So not only do we have a better team, we have something better for the future. Does that make us will that make us win a championship in a year or 5 years or 10? I don't fucking know. But I know I'm not going to wake up every single day and have to think, do these guys they don't want to be here. I know guys that are in the locker room all want to be here. They want to play hard. So I'm not going to harp on it too well. I woke up that morning at 4 a.m., checked my phone. I didn't go back to bed. I woke up at 4 a.m. What type of wine
I can
wine
hear
am I
the
drinking?
tears drop on the phone.
King Stag, shout out, no promotion. Buy one, get one at Publix. Normally $18. Buy one, get one. 2 for
Damn.
18.
Look at that.
Only buy wine at Publix when it's buy one, get one. Smart
I
drinking.
might, if you can say that, it's a thing. But
Shout out.
I might have to go get some. What'd you say? It's Stag?
King Stag.
King Stag. What,
Yep.
It's a cab?
I got one Cab, one Merlot.
Oh, they have different kinds?
Yeah, they got. Yeah, whenever I buy wine, I only buy one get one. Like I make sure I go to Publix before 5 p.m. because everybody gets out of work, they get their wine, and it sells out. Buy one get one.
Look at you. You got a whole wine buying process.
Oh, baby.
should-
Oh, of course.
You should write a book or make a little article
I should write a lot of books.
about
Anyway.
wine buying.
It's been a long week, long 2 weeks for me,
you?
but we're retiring this jersey for being a retro until I'm not hurt anymore. This 7 hat, I'll be rocking this 7 hat always because I got it for KD, but I also got it for me and my relationship. And, seven's important. This will be retired. This will go in the garage. It won't be in the lab anymore. This
Dude,
big
you should
ass
use it as a
fucking
dartboard.
fathead. Yeah, I should use that as a dartboard. So they're going to be retired to the garage, never to be seen for a little while. So that's it for basketball. Trade deadline,
take them
other
back?
moves. KD, yes, but not Kyrie. KD, like if you wanted to come, no, he's not going to come back. But if it didn't work out for him in Phoenix, which who the fuck knows?
When's he going to be able to play again? Because I know he's hurt.
Yeah, after the All-Star. I just seen there was videos out on him doing full motion shots in practice today, actually. So, DJ Kuzma, shout out,
That
baby.
boy Kuzmo in the building. VIP.
Yeah, he'll be back. Another big topic, LeBron James, all-time leader. We made fun of him for making it dramatic. I thought it was a very classy ceremony after the speech, the handoff, the commissioner, all that. I thought it was very well executed on the NBA. NBA knows how to do these presentations and to celebrate its history and future, records and how to really promote not only a player but a historic moment. I thought they knocked it out of the park for sure.
Yeah.
What's your thoughts on it?
I was at the gym while I was going down, and
Of course, yeah, because you live there.
I put the game on when the second half started because he had like 30 at the half, so he only needed like 6.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, Stream East decides to pause as he's like fading away. I'm like, of course,
no.
of course. So I refresh it, and he's going crazy. He's doing whatever. He's getting mobbed, all that shit. But
Damn.
I think it was a good culmination culmination of his just greatness throughout the years, and that's just regular season points. We're not talking about playoff points, NBA Finals. We're not talking about Olympics. That's just NBA regular season points.
All-star.
Yeah, so it just goes to show how great he's been throughout his career and how consistent and not getting hurt. Like
no major injuries.
No major injuries for 20 years. Pretty much he's been in the league.
The biggest one was him on Miami.
Life.
He was out, or Miami, or was it Cleveland, like a few years back, where it was like he had like a quad injury that lingered. Or no, with the Lakers, that he didn't play. That's when they didn't make the playoffs.
Yeah, they were.
That was like his biggest injury of his career. That's insane.
Yeah.
That's insane.
Yeah, especially for a person that won that many games and has played that
He's
been
he
in the
plays.
league more years than he's been in the league more than half his life.
Yeah.
that's so crazy to me. He's
Shout out,
certified
bro.
GOAT. I think he's certified GOAT.
Yeah.
I mean, he's gonna be one of the only players to have 30,000 points, 10,000 assists, 10,000 rebounds. He's probably gonna get more rebounds. He's gonna play another like 2-3 years.
Yep.
And
you know he's going to.
It's not even that he's still playing. It's at the level he's fucking doing it at.
Yeah.
Like this,
and that's what needs to be pointed out even
crazy. More. He's got better numbers now than he did.
By the way, got a new iPad.
Oh. Okay, I see.
I'm strapped. Good.
He's got better numbers like now this year. Granted, he doesn't have that great of a team with the Lakers, but he's got more points per game and more.
He's
more assists per
38
game.
years old, averaging 30 points a game.
That's
He's played
what I'm saying.
44 games in a possibility of, I think, about 50-something. So it's not like he's last year, 30 points a game. Year before that, 25, 25, 27. He's got 5 more points a game in the last 2 years, and he's 38. Right. There's no way he's retiring. Like, he's going to keep playing. He's going to try to figure out if he could win a championship in the next 2 years, try to play with Bronny, and then call
5.
Yeah. And then, that would be the order. Try to get a ship. If not, try to figure out a way, even if he's averaging 10 points a game, try to play with Bronny. I think that's what he wants at his last year.
I don't think he's ever even going to get that low.
No, he won't. But
because he's never going to come off the bench.
He's never going to come off the bench.
He's going to start.
He's got the ability where he treats his body like a temple, like we all should. He puts millions of dollars into his body. Pause.
He could play he'll never have at least for another 2-3 years.
Yeah,
past 40. Because if Tom Brady was doing it, LeBron can do it. Are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, Fender, Fort. I say it confirmed, certified GOAT for sure. When you talk, let's take away the championships. Championships are important, but let's talk about
it's a team
on the court expectations from 16. I'm not even going to say 18 years old. 16 years old. He was on the cover of Sports Illustrated. 16, 17. The expectations were for him to win multiple titles and be a Hall of Famer before he got drafted. Like, come on, dog. The only other person to have those expectations were Zion, Derrick Rose.
OJ
trying to think who else. No.
They were calling him the next LeBron.
No, but guys that got drafted first overall that were like, this guy's a Hall of Famer type, That was in recent time. Derrick Rose, Zion,
Ben Simmons.
him. Not Ben. I'm trying to think who else.
They had high expectations.
That's about it. And what's his name coming out next year? Wimbayana?
Yeah. Vincent, what's his name?
Victor.
Victor, yeah.
He's got high expectations as well, and that's gonna be fun to watch. But
damn, we just got canceled.
What?
We just got canceled.
Oh no.
You gotta say pause.
We said pause.
Bro.
We said pause. Pause is allowed.
Pause. You gotta say pause, bro.
Yeah,
40K though, bro. That's crazy.
I know. Shout out Cam. He was excited.
We got some good looking guys.
Where's my remote? My shit froze.
Braun definitely takes HGH, TRT, whatever. There's, I mean, it's you can take, you can like there's like when people say, oh, Barry Bonds took steroids. Okay, sure, whatever, but he still did everything else. Like, steroids doesn't make you, like, actually hit the baseball.
No.
Hit the baseball is a whole different task. And so, yeah, I definitely agree with that. He takes roids. That was his trips to Miami every time when he was in Cleveland. He would take a little week off and go down to Miami, get right, biogenesis type shit. But yeah, they're not going to test LeBron. Like, could you imagine the NBA test LeBron and then they release a thing? Oh, LeBron tests positive for HGH.
That'd ruin everything. No, not worth it. Don't test them. Even if you know, don't do it.
So they probably have a mutual agreement where he's like, yo, I'm taking all this shit, but, you know, let's just chill, ride it out. I think once you get to that level and that amount of just, like, greatness and whatnot, I feel just like everyone's taking something.
Yeah.
Like, it's just
it's not bad. It's not bad to take a little, you know, as you get older, you lose things. You got to put it back in as long as you're not abusing it. Everything in life is moderation, brother.
Right.
It's when it gets to the point where you're putting too much.
Right.
You know, I can speak for myself. I do everybody does their own thing. As long as you don't get past that line of, I'm not saying I take steroids. Goddamn. Which I will be joining the gym soon, so.
Oh, let's go. New look alert. Fucking go.
New look alert.
Let's fucking ride, Ray.
I know. I got to. I'm tired. I'm a month and a half into the year, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not being consistent. I'm not doing the things that I wanted to do, so time to put pressure on the kid.
I fucking love it.
I know.
Fucking love
it. Did you want to talk about... real quick, just to wrap up football, we're bouncing back real quick. Zach Thomas, Hall of Famer.
About fucking time.
They really and also they really put Rondé Barber in the Hall before Tiki. Like
Rondé's the corner, right? That played with the Bucks.
Tiki Barber's numbers are his numbers, like as far as rushing, catching. He was one of the first great rushers.
Dual threats.
And exactly. Marshall Faulk was in that. Brian Westbrook, right?
Yeah.
Brian Westbrook. Yeah. That was kind of like the early 2000s when running backs became wide receivers as well. Mm-hmm. Tiki was one of the first, and Tiki did it for years. I looked at his numbers there, and also early in his career, he was returning the ball. I think he has 2 or 3 all-time records, or at least top 3 of all time in those regards of categories. So it's kind of weird that Rondé, I get it, he won a Super Bowl, Tiki didn't, but come on. That's kind of crazy. I just thought. I don't know. But you can talk about Zach Thomas as well.
No, it's just the level of disrespect that he's gotten because he played with the Dolphins during a time where
Dolphins were super irrelevant.
They weren't that great.
After Dan Marino.
You know, but they were just mediocre. They were 7-9, 8-8, 6-10.
Yeah.
You know, like
super mid. We call it
mediocre team. But he was always that dude on that team. It was him and Jason Taylor. That you tuned in for the Dolphins to watch them play defense, and this guy was just a fucking monster on the field. You could say, and I'll say it, and I don't give a fuck what kind of lashback I get, but Brian Urlacher is better than. Or Zach Thomas is better than Brian Urlacher all time.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Have fucking the stats. Go look at the stats. Brian Urlacher was fucking first ballot. Fucking crazy. Makes no sense. I mean, sure, give it to him. He deserves it. But he was also, you know, the media did a better job of publicizing him, and they were all over because he played in Chicago, a bigger market. Mm-hmm. And he was in the Super Bowl, whatever, you know. The Dolphins didn't get there. But just go look at the numbers. I don't have anything else to say about it. I'm glad he finally got in, and he's going to be immortalized in the fucking Hall of Fame, as he should be, because that dude put it all on the fucking field. If you're a Dolphins fan and you've been a Dolphins fan for a while, you agree with me. That guy was just, talk about blood, sweat, and tears. Like, this dude. And he was playing when that fucking field was ass, and it still had fucking baseball dirt on it, and he was balling. So,
not to tarnish him, but I'm sure he did his fair share of roids.
Oh, of course.
A white guy playing linebacker,
middle
most
linebacker,
likely.
Bro. Like, come
most
on.
likely.
Come on.
No offense.
Shout out Brian Cushion.
Yeah, that's who I think of all the time. Shout out New Jersey. He's a New Jersey product too. That guy's an animal. One thing that you put in here that I don't have much to say about it, but I heard about it was the Brett Favre defamation lawsuit suing Pat McAfee and suing Shannon Sharp.
I'm so sick of Brett Favre. Like, can this guy just get away from the media and stop like trying to be the center of everything for once in his fucking life, bro? Like,
Yep. Copperfield
Jesus
Wranglers.
Christ, man. Like, bro, like you're old. You're an old white dude, bro. Like, just get out of everything and like just chill, bro. Like, why are you trying to be in everything? Shit don't even matter to you, dog. Like, you have as many interceptions as touchdown passes, dog. Like, you were a gunslinger. Like, yeah, you were
Which
great.
is crazy.
But like, dude, like, I'm just sick of this guy. Like, everything he does, he just wants to fucking be relevant. And like, no one really cares about you, dog. Like, that's why he's still doing all this shit. Like, obviously, you did some. You know you did some dumb shit. You know you did some immoral shit. You know you did some unethical shit. That's why you're going out and trying to clean your name and clear your name, because you know you did that shit. You're stealing money from Mississippi, bro. The poorest state in the fucking country.
All fair.
Like, come on, bro. Like, you do better, man. Do fucking better, Brett Favre. I can't believe this guy, man. Like, come on, dog.
Brett Fraud.
Like, yeah. I'm sick of him, bro. I wish he would just crawl in a hole and just stop. Just stop doing it. I can't believe him, bro. He's what? He thinks he's gonna get money from Shannon Sharp. Bro, that's what the media fucking does. They talk shit about everybody.
Clowned him too on his show. He was like, he sent a letter to my lawyers that I don't have, that I'm not gonna hire, that I don't care about. Like, he's just like, I'm ignoring this and moving on with my life.
Bro,
like,
that's what the media is there for, to talk shit. You know how many times people talk shit about other people in the media and no one says this shit? Brett Favre's emotional, bro. He's soft. This, you know what? I'm gonna go ahead and start a new segment and start a whole new thing. The inaugural Soft Awards. Brett Favre, you get the first one.
Soft.
You get the first one. Insert Kobe GIF talking to Dwight. Soft. Brett Favre, number one.
Soft Award.
Soft. S-O-F-T. Brett Favre. Soft and fraud. Ooh. Fuck him, man. I don't like him, bro.
Pause.
That's why I've never fucking bought Copperfit.
You crazy.
Oh, who wears Wrangler jeans, dog? You know anyone that wears Wrangler jeans?
I don't, but I might be at that point in life where I might.
No. Ray, I hope I never get to the point in life. No, I hope I never. Pickup truck is cool. That's fine. But I hope I never get to the point in life where I wear Wrangler jeans. Levi's till I die. All right?
Oh, fuck. I had Levi's once. I had a bunch
Levi's, bro. Nobody wearing Wrangler jeans, bro. No. Don't do this. Who's Fender Bender? Wrangler jeans are not the best jeans.
Who is Fender Bender? Who is that?
They built different. No. They are not the best jeans, man. Don't do that.
Who's Fender Bender?
I have no idea, but that's funny. Look.
You got to be careful who we sending these links out to.
I just be sending them out, bro. But no. The only thing Brett Favre needs now is a fucking John Deere commercial. I'm sick of this guy. I can't believe this is what he wants. I'm giving him exactly what he fucking wants.
Yeah, I know.
Pause. I'm so sick.
In the middle. Yeah.
He bamboozled me.
Bamboozled.
It's probably what he did to the Jets, sending fucking ball sack pics to trainers and shit. What's wrong with this guy, man?
Ooh, numbers just hit. Rihanna's halftime performance had more viewers than the Super Bowl, 118.7 million to 113. So,
are you surprised?
No, it's not, because people that don't watch sports will tune into that. That's the whole point of why the Super Bowl halftime show is a big deal. It's to bring the common viewer that's not watching the first half to watch the second half of the Super Bowl. That's kind of why they do it. Makes sense. Another topic before we wrap up episode 63. Subscribe to us, like this video, comment not only into the chat, comment after it's uploaded, which it'll be available right after. We're on Apple Podcasts, also Spotify and all that.
YouTube. Everywhere.
UFC 284 recap. Your
Man.
boys faced off at the end. We talked. We FaceTimed a little before. I was lit right before. I had to.
Kind of
Yeah,
sort
right.
of too.
You know what I mean? I kind of remember our conversation that we had.
Just a little bit.
But just give us the recap of the main event between whoever, Volkanovski and Israel. No.
Vulcan Islam.
Yeah, Islam.
So
I was
okay.
like, I know it's. I was like Israel, Islam. I know it's one of those. Good.
So before I do that, I want to give shout out to Yair Rodriguez. Hell of a fight. I said in the live that we did with Fort David that he was going to win by submission. Said it on Twitter too, and it happened.
Did you guys have a live? I didn't.
Pat
Did
on
I?
the back.
I didn't
sent
tune
it
in.
to
Did
you.
I?
No.
Yeah, I didn't tune
sent
in.
it
I'm
to you
sorry.
too.
Like I
But
said, I was lit.
It's okay. It's all right. It's all good. But man, Volk, Islam, them two guys, man, they just pound for pound number one, pound for pound number two. It doesn't get any better than that. Volk going for double belt. It really was everything that I expected to, not really expected, but everything I wanted to happen. Like, them two dudes just brawled and they left it all out. And some people might disagree with the outcome. I'm not really disagreeing. I think Islam did enough to win the fight and get the victory and uphold his belt. Now, me saying that, I also think that Volkanovski should not lose his number one pound for pound ranking because, I mean, moving up in weight, yeah, he's a heavier guy and he walks at a heavier weight than he fights at, but he did more. He did enough to also win that fight. Some people say he won round 2, 3, and 5. I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know what I was going to expect, and usually I can kind of like break down fights before they happen, but that was a great fight, man. They need to run that back wherever they want to run it back, and it was just, I want to watch it again just because I was locked in watching it, but sometimes there's just these fights where it's so great that you kind of get lost into it. You get lost in the fight. You get lost in everything that's happening, and you need to watch it again just to take everything in, pause. But I couldn't have asked for anything better. UFC did their thing with that. I just wish they would have promoted it a little bit more and hyped it up a little bit more than it actually was.
Yeah, they could have promoted it more.
But, I mean, Australia showed out, man. They really did. The whole crowd was lit the whole time, and it was a great event. It was a great card, a lot of knockouts, a lot of subs, a lot of finishes, and I thoroughly enjoyed that card.
Yeah, no, I was, like I said, I had people over that night. The day of, we went to the Renaissance Festival, and that was an interesting time. We had fun. Some of us dressed up. I didn't, but I got into it. I was designator, coordinator, driver, kind of, sort of. So then we that was basically our pregame. Then we came home and watched the Nets game. And then we watched that UFC. By that time, the UFC obviously comes on at 11, 12 for the main event. So I was lit. But that's, while I was watching it, I was like, this is a quality fight. And we were talking during, or I think I might have FaceTimed you after or during. I don't know. I forget. No, we didn't. Okay, maybe I just thought about it. But yeah, it's to the point where I do want to Did we?
Did.
I thought I tried to call you after it was done. I don't remember. But like I said, like you said, it was a quality fight to the point where even if you were fucked up and barely remember, you want to I did, right?
You did,
I wanted I want to go back and rewatch it because it was anytime a fight like that of those quality fighters goes the full distance and it was close, meaning a couple points here, a couple points there. Definitely those are the fights you want to rewatch because seeing it for the second time is like watching a brand new fight. So, yeah, we have another great UFC card, 285, 286. There's UFC in 2023 is going to be very fun. A lot of great main events, co-main
Next
events. A lot going on.
Next week, it's a women's main event. Just because it's a women's main event. I know a lot of y'all don't like to tune in. That's
equal opportunity in this podcast. That's what we believe in.
That's sexist. But
Free BG.
two of the greatest, in my opinion, up-and-comers. Well, not really. One is an up-and-comer. The other one has already solidified herself as she was a champ. But it was supposed to be Tyler Santos versus Erin Blanchfield. But Tyler Santos, two of her coaches, could not get visas to the United States. So she backed. I don't know why I'm laughing. That's fucked up. She backed out. Jessica Andrade just fought a few weeks ago. She's a fucking killer. I'm kind of nervous. She said, fuck it, I'll step in. She's fighting Erin Blanchfield. Erin Blanchfield, I love her. Mostly because she fucking put Molly McCann in a crucifix and was just ground and pounding her on your wedding day. I'll never forget that because it shut down the fucking meatball train and it was your day and Bree's day because I know she's watching, so I can't not say her name. But Erin Blanchfield, let's go. Jersey product. I need that dub. Talk to me. All right, that's it for.
Hey, Fender Bender, don't, if you're watching fucking Monday Night Raw, don't blow what's going on Raw with Bobby Lashley and the Money in the Brief. Come on. I still gotta watch this. I'm watching the Nets-Knicks game. It's gonna be a close down to the wire.
He's talking gibberish right now.
Yeah, come on. I still gotta watch this. So Nets and Knicks battle of the boroughs, 78-78. It's gonna be. Now you could argue, without us superstars, we're basically even. So that rivalry is gonna kick up to another level, which we've owned this rivalry for a few years now. But let's wrap up this episode 63. Appreciate everybody for joining in, interacting with us. Super Bowl recap, NBA drama, never takes a day off with trades. And
still more UFOs flying around our country.
Yeah, there's some topics that we didn't get to that we'll note for next time because we don't want this episode to go too long. I want
thoughts and prayers to Turkey.
Oh yeah,
some stuff there. The earthquake. Last time I checked,
touch on that quick.
It was 33,000.
Jesus Christ! What?
That's a lot. That's a lot, man.
That's insane.
Yeah, sometimes, man, we don't think about things that happen and it's a natural disaster and that kind of stuff, but that can happen anywhere. We live in Florida and Georgia and in the part of the world where we're not really going to get earthquakes because of how the earth is formed and whatnot, but we can get fucking tornadoes, we can get hurricanes and stuff like that. So kind of just sit back and think about how blessed you can be and just appreciate life. Even if you don't have everything that you want, you still have more than those people out there. And I mean, I've seen a lot of pictures that are sad, bro. Like dad holding on to his dead dog.
Yeah, I didn't see too much of that. I don't know. Maybe I'm not following enough accounts or seeing it on Twitter. I've been on Twitter a lot over the last week. But maybe the NBA is overtaking my feed. I haven't seen much on this topic, though.
Yeah. Normally, I try to stay away from that just because I do get pretty emotional. But we're sometimes so wrapped up into, things that aren't natural, like fucking school shootings and mass shootings and stuff like that. That's our country's natural disaster. That's something that is just so avoidable. But we don't do a good job at, raising kids and making sure gun laws are right and whatnot. But I mean, if you can, I'm sure you'll find a fucking GoFundMe somewhere that you can donate. I know my boy Didi got one going on. He works at Nick's Pizza in Deerfield, so go out there, support, do what you got to do. Shout out him and just the people that are fucking fighting for their lives out there. It's not easy sometimes. So just sit back and appreciate what you have.
Great note to end the podcast on.
Also,
simple. Go ahead.
Shout out my boy Mike. His birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday.
Shout out Mike. Dog. Holding it down.
The big 4-0.
Yeah, we'll go live next week. Sunday, most likely. Sunday night, maybe. If Fort's not traveling. Go ahead. Sorry.
No, it's all good. Yeah, the big 4-0. Big birthday, Big accomplishment in his life.
You're looking good for 40.
I love that guy. Yeah, it looks great. Looks amazing. I hope I look half that good when I'm fucking 40, which will be in 10 years.
Yeah, you got a while. You got a while.
So, hey, but it goes by quick. So, no, just, hey, everything that dude has done, not just for me in my personal life and helped me out, but what he does on a day-to-day basis with his kids and just being there and, you know, not having all the support that he needs is, I don't know how he does it, bro. Like, it still baffles me, even though I've been there with him for a large portion of it. But he's someone that I look up to, and that's one of my guys, bro. He's family. He's really family, and he's brought me in, and I'm not going to keep going because I'm going to get emotional, and there's just no need for that right now. But happy birthday, Mike. I love you, dog.
Happy birthday, Mike. All right, episode 63. Appreciate y'all. Subscribe, like, all that good stuff. Follow us. Tell a friend.
Tell a friend to tell a friend.
We're going to try to start recording live. Enter the Lab Sunday nights, maybe next week, depending on your schedule for it. I don't know what it is. You're staying in Savannah, right?
Yeah.
Let's start doing Sunday nights.
Yeah, Sunday nights should work. Enter the Lab. Another episode officially brought to you by BetUS. It's in the link in bio. It's there. Basketball season heating up. Baseball about to come back. We got the locks. Steve Armato got the locks. He'll be back. I believe it.
Maybe.
Jill got the locks. She was on the pod.
Oh, shit. I dropped KD. Fuck him.
Fuck him.
All right. And then the other thing,
Baseball.
Billionaires Row.
BR. Don't believe
BR,
everything
of course.
you hear on the internet. Accusations.
Fuck this guy. All right.
False.
Let's wrap it up. Let's wrap it up.
Favre. Growing. We're always growing. We stay focused on the growth.
Fourth quarter. Gotta lock in with the Knicks right here. Fourth quarter.
Fuck the Knicks. Thank God
that's
every
it.
day I'm not a Knicks fan.
Fort Sama. Elvis Escobar. Episode 63.
Rihanna.
We'll be back next week on Sunday night, hopefully, live in the lab. Let's get some guests going now that you have your schedule kind of figured out.
My fault.
We'll have some fun. Appreciate y'all.
I got caught up in the moment.
Signing off. Enter the lab. Exit the lab. Peace.
One.